What's up, ladies and gents? Transit Gaming here, and I have an electrifying team to show you guys. Now, the main highlight of this video will be my XL Galvantula.
The giant enemy spider.
Not just any XL Galvantula, but a purified one with the new charge move Return.
Nice.
These battles took place in the Open Ultra League, which for some reason I'm better at than Great League. I ran the Galv with my Tapu Fini Giratina Altered Core OP as usual. I absolutely cooked, and I ended up hitting Expert with it this season from just below Veteran rank. Alright, now let's start rolling the battle footage with this team from last season, and so my strategies may be outdated. Alright guys, let's go ahead and get into the first battle of this video. And yeah, by the way, the battle footage, as you can see here, is sped up 1.5 times, because I don't want this video to take too long. Alright, and we have my Return Galvantula against a Gyarados, which is obviously a very good matchup, and the opponent just top lefts for some reason. Alright, GG's. Yeah, the Volt Switch would have done double super effective damage to the Gyarados. But yeah, really still surprised at how well I actually performed with this team. Like, it's actually insane. Alright, next up, we're against an Alolan Muck. Alright, we're just, oh, actually, I'm gonna decide to let Muck throw a move, and I'm gonna shield it. It's gonna be a Dark Pulse. Yeah, that's probably a necessary shield. And I'm going straight for the Return. Return does big damage on the Alolan Muck, and I'm able to 1 Volt Switch farm down the A-Muck. That is insane. Yeah, first Return landing of this video, even though I don't normally get to land Returns often. Alright, and the Lunge will get a shield from the Swampert, and I'm gonna safe switch, pivot immediately into my Giratina. Oh yeah, and the Earthquake does land from the Giratina, the Swampert. And Melmetal is going to come in. Now, this is very, very good for my Giratina because, yeah, the Shadow Sneaks are going to do neutral damage. And this is probably an even better situation for me because my Tapu Fini at the back probably doesn't want to see it. I probably doesn't want to see the Melmetal because of the Thundershock damage. Alright, and the Giratina takes the Rock Slide, and I'm able to get to a second Shadow Sneak. Yeah, that's why I love the Tapu Fini Giratina Altered Core. Like, what I actually do with Giratina is I can sometimes use it to draw out Pokemon in the Open Ultra League meta that the Tapu Fini can't necessarily handle. Alright, and the Tapu Fini is going to come in against the Swampert. Oh, the Earthquake does land. It's not enough to take out my bulky Tapu Fini, and I'm able to get off 2 Surfs. Okay, I'm actually gonna Surf and get a shield. Oh, that's a big shield. Oh, but unfortunately, we're not able to get to our second Surf before we get mud shotted down. And let's see what we do here. I'm actually gonna come in with the Galv. Oh, but Swampert is gonna outpace us to a Hydro Cannon. Yeah, that's gonna get shielded, and we're gonna be able to immediately get off a Lunge, which will probably KO the Swampert. Yep, it does KO the Swampert, and yep, the Melmetal's in low health, and that's gonna be a good game. Now guys, the story was that I built my XL Galv at the eye doctor's office because my mind told me to for some reason. And so I ended up using this one, which was purified into a hundo, and maxed it to level 50. I was actually shocked to see just how good it was as a lead in Ultra League, no pun intended there. Alright, and next game we're up against a Jellicent. Now this is very good because my backline probably doesn't want to see the Jellicent. I mean, the Giratina does have a solid matchup against it. Okay, so yeah, maybe this team is ABA strong against Jellicent. Okay, but I'm actually going to commit a shield on the Shadow Ball, which is definitely a great shield. That would have did a lot. And yeah, you guys can see why I decided to run Lunge and Return on this Galvantula. And yeah, you can see that Discharge is actually not necessary for my Galvantula, because Volt Switch already does a lot, and I can already take out something like this Jellicent. I mean, I did have to commit one shield there, and the opponent's going to come in with a Galarian Weezing. I'm going straight for the YOLO return. Let's see if it lands. It lands, doing big damage to the Galarian Weezing. And oh, unfortunately, we're not able to get to a lunge. That was pretty close, but wow, landing that return was very awesome to see. And they're going to come in with a Scrafty, which is obviously very good for my Tapu Fini. Yeah, it's gonna wall this Scrafty to death. And Moonblast is gonna get a shield from the Scrafty, but that's okay. Yeah, I think he's just gonna keep spamming power-up punches and eventually try to land a boosted foul play. And I think last season I didn't exactly play this team. I guess like my strategies weren't as refined as this season. Oh, and I make a great catch onto my Giratina and call the power-up punch. That is an impressive catch on my end. Yeah, I didn't see that. Yeah, it's still very hard for me to commentate these battles while I'm trying to storytell. Alright, the power-up punch is going to get shielded by my Giratina. Yeah, I was expecting a foul play on his end. And Giratina's able to Dragon Claw down the Scrafty. The Weezing is going to come back in and fire off a Play Rough. Oh, that's big damage, but we're able to Shadow Claw down. But anyways, what I was trying to say is, yeah, my strategies with this team weren't as refined last season. Because this season, I think a couple of weeks ago, I was able to message a fellow trainer on Discord. Yeah, so I'll show you guys a screenshot of some of our messages. But yeah, and I think he's from the Home Slice Henry Discord server. But yeah, he gave me a bunch of pretty good advice and tips on using this team. And one of the important things he told me was that, yeah, he was impressed, first of all, with how balanced my team is, which I didn't think it would be, because, yeah, Galvantula's job in the lead is to win as many like lead matchups as possible. Like, you guys would be surprised to see like how many good lead matchups my XL Galvantula does have. Like, even against something like a Swampert or Alolan Sandslash, it can just commit 2 shields on the first few charge moves, and would usually be able to take the 2 shield matchups, which is absolutely crazy. And like, I think last season, I honestly wouldn't commit 2 shields against Swampert or A-Slash leads. And I don't think I would do too well in this type of situation if I didn't double shield. And I guess the other thing I should probably mention is Galvantula with Return actually gives it even better coverage than the regular moveset with Lunge and Discharge. You guys might be surprised, because with Return, I can actually do big damage or even come close to winning lead matchups against Gliscor and even Nidoqueen, because normally those 2 Pokemon wall the heck out of Galvantula, but with Return, I'm able to do big damage to them, and opponents, 99.9% of the time, they don't respect the Return when I land it. And I think the thing is, this season I figured out that every time I have a Gliscor lead, I would just stay in with Galvantula get off a return and just pivot right away into Giratina. And hopefully with that play, the opponent would bring out their Jellicent or something. Because I found out that usually when opponents lead with Gliscor, they're going to have something like a Jellicent in the back. Or maybe even like some type of Steel in the... Yeah, no, usually a Steel in the back. Like a Cobalion or a Registeel. So like if the opponent does swap in to my Giratina with Registeel or the Jellicent, that's usually a very, very good scenario for me. Okay, looks like the battle footage ended here. Oh no, what happened there? Yeah, guys, I give up at this point. I want to focus on storytelling and not have to focus on commentating the battles. Okay, just had some lag issues on my end, but yeah, we're back. Okay, yeah, let's get into the second video of the battle footage that I have for you guys. Okay, yeah, first matchup against the Registeel. Yeah, another good thing about Galvantula is that it can actually beat Registeel. In fact, like Galvantula with its typing, just walls Registeel's standard moveset. Yeah, so Zap Cannons are not going to do that much damage. And I can just, like, spam lunges at it like there's no tomorrow. Oh, and this opponent actually does a good job of catching the lunge on Giratina. Oh, and I think I should have swapped into Giratina in this scenario because, yeah, Tapu Fini can't beat Giratina Altered unless, like, yeah, it has a shield advantage or at least one of its shields are down. So that's probably not a good play on my end. And yeah, the opponent does call the Surf Bait here. Yeah, and speaking of Giratina, yeah, I should probably mention that, yeah, one of the toughest leads that this team would have is against Giratina Altered leads. So, yeah, because, yeah, obviously Galvantula hates to see Giratina Altered, and, in fact, the guy on Discord told me that, yeah, every time I see a Giratina Altered lead, what I should do is just immediately, safe swap into my own Giratina and just hope for the best. And, like, what's special about my Giratina is that, because this one is a, traded Giratina, and so it has low attack, and so it has a bulkier stat product. And so because of that, my Giratina, if it commits a shield at least, is usually able to tank an additional Dragon Claw from the opponent's Giratina and actually either win switch against an opposing Giratina or get me shield advantage. And yeah, once my Giratina goes down, I could probably just like come in with something like my Tapu Fini and just like farm down their Giratina. Like if my Tapu Fini does come in and farm down their Giratina, that would prove to be like an advantageous situation, because like I would just have I would just like come out having a massive energy lead, and the opposing Giratina can't do too much to Tapu Fini. Yeah, Giratina, Tapu Fini, two very strong Pokemon in the Ultra League. Yeah, I've enjoyed using them in Ultra League for a very long time. Oh, and as you can see over here in the battle footage, the battle has come down to timers. Oh, it goes down to 0, but I end up winning because my Giratina had more HP than the opponent's XL Pidgeot. Like, I'm sorry I wasn't commentating there, but you guys can see just how close that game was. Yeah, that was an intense game right there. Oh, wow. And yeah, Steelix, another terrible lead. And yeah, I can't just go into Tapu Fini right away in this scenario, and so, like, I have to switch to my, like, softer counter in Giratina Altered, and just, like, Shadow Sneak it to as low as possible. Yeah, I'm not gonna shield a thing from Steelix, because it's just gonna be able to, like, fast move down my Giratina with those Dragon Tails. Yeah, and those Psychic Fangs, debuffs are just gonna start adding up. But yeah, Giratina is just such a good Pokemon that, like, even in this scenario, I can bring down the Steelix that low. And yeah, I think I gotta come in with the Tapu Fini. Let's see what move they have. Okay, and it's still a Psychic Fang, so I didn't get to an Earthquake. Oh wow, they're gonna, like, double defense debuff me here. Yep, and we're able to farm down their Golden Steelix. And let's see what we have going on here. Oh, it's going to be their opposing shiny Tapu Fini. Oh, what a flex by the opponent. Oh, and they actually have a Trevenant in the back. But that's actually not terrible, because, like, Lunge still does neutral damage to it. And it actually gets a shield. Yeah, I can just, like, keep spamming away at these lunges. Wait, I'm trying to figure out, like, whether I actually won that game. And we actually end up CMP tying. And let's see what this move is. Oh, I shield, and unfortunately it was a C-bomb. So that's a rough, yeah, that's a rough bait there by the opponents. And I think this is a Shadow Ball. Yep, it is. It's gonna take out my Galv, and oh, actually, is winning this still possible? I think it looks like a pretty decent scenario, because oh, and the Trevenant actually gets removed though. Wait, but with the lunge debuffs, it's not going to do too much. It's actually a Shadow Ball. Tapu Fini survives. Oh yeah, yeah, we actually lose that game because, yeah, their Tapu Fini is too healthy. But yeah, unfortunate loss right there, but that's okay. And yeah, like, I've had so much success with this team, and like, for some reason it's usually, and like, for some reason I usually, like, climb a ton of elo in, like, sudden, like, spurts, if you know what I mean. Yeah, because occasionally I would just, like, grind, sometimes in the middle of the night, and just, like, oh, and the return actually lands on their opposing XL Galvantula. Yeah, I'm just gonna shield this up and take this lead matchup. Oh yeah, I did have to commit a shield there, but that's fine. Oh, and Swampert comes in, and I'm gonna land a second return. This one will get respected. Oh, I should have lunge baited there, though. Yeah, I think this is gonna be an even tougher scenario for me. Oh yeah, but yeah. I think, yeah, what was I saying before? Wait, what was I saying before? Yeah, I'm trying to think, guys. Oh yeah, I remember now. But yeah, the interesting thing is, sometimes in the middle of the night, I would just, like, randomly, like, start cooking hard with this team, and just end up climbing a ton of elo, which is absolutely amazing. Yeah, sometimes I would even have, like, enormous cooking sessions where I would climb, like, sometimes up to, like, 200, like, elo in one sitting, which is absolutely crazy. And I think I remember this season when I was, like, running this team, yeah, one time I went out to a family dinner, and, like, of course I was sitting down playing GBL while waiting for food. Oh, and the battle footage ended here. Yeah, so basically, yeah, one day I was having a family dinner at a restaurant. Yeah, one of those, like, formal Chinese restaurants, and And I think the night before was one of my like sessions where I absolutely cooked with this Ultra League team. Yeah, I think at that point, like, I climbed so much that I got to the point where I was close to hitting I think it was expert rank. Yeah, I think it was expert rank. Yeah, and I think at the restaurants I cooked even more and tried as hard as I can to push to expert, and like I almost got there. Yeah, I think I eventually stopped like after okay, so yeah, that said, I won my first game and lost my second game because opponent for some reason was running a dumb ABA Dragon team. And I think the next 3 games I played at home. Yeah, I think I played at home and ended up climbing to expert finally. Or was it a couple sets later? I don't exactly remember because I'm an idiot. And yeah, but also the story is not over yet because after hitting expert with this team, I think I tried to climb even higher until I started like playing horribly and got like horrific games and like started like just tanking down to like, I think the lowest point I got to was around like 2590 ELO, which absolutely stank. And I think at one point I was denied a 4-1 set because the game just suddenly because my phone suddenly lagged in the middle of a very good matchup in the endgame with my Giratina versus a freaking Lugia from the opponent. Like, the game suddenly lagged as soon as I got into that endgame matchup, and oh man, I was screaming, I was raging so hard, and the lag didn't recover until my Giratina was farmed all the way down, and yeah, basically I got denied a 4-1 set. Yeah, I was pretty pissed about it. And yeah, I was pretty upset, and I think what happened after was that I didn't do very good in Go Battle League from that point until like 2 or so weeks after, until just recently, as of recording this video, I finally started to cook again in Ultra League with this team, and yeah, climbed back up to expert rank. I think climbed up to like almost expert rank. Yeah, that ELO range, like 2750. And yeah, I think just last night I climbed up to as high as I could until all my sets were done, and yeah, I couldn't play anymore. And basically the day after, yeah, basically later that day, it was supposed to rotate to Ultra League Fantasy Cup, which is still currently going on, and I've created a new team for that meta, and just for spoilers, I am still running Tapu Fini, Giratina, Alter Core in the back, and am currently doing well with that team in Ultra League Fantasy Cup, and yeah, right now I'm working on pushing to Legend. I think right now I am peaking at around 2880s, elo range. So yeah, I think two good positive sets away to legend. I'm so excited for that. Hopium that I can actually get up there. Yeah, it's gonna be absolutely insane. I just wanna hit legend this season. Like, please. Last season, after hitting expert in Open Great League, I just started like tanking all the way down, and yeah, like that season, I just couldn't hit legend, which was very unfortunate. And I told myself I do not want to go another season without hitting legend. But yeah, I feel like that's all I have to say, like, for a good story time and a good rambling. And so I think we can get back on with the commentary. Okay, so as you can see, we have Tapu Fini against Trevenant. And C-Bomb doing massive damage, but I'm able to get to a Moonblast. And that actually looks like a CMP tie. If that's a CMP tie, that's big. Oh, it's not a CMP tie. Alright, that's fine. Okay, and I have no shields left, so I'm forced to let this go. Yeah, I think my Giratina can farm it down just fine, though. Yup, able to. And, oh, I unfortunately lose CMP against the opposing Jellicent, and it is going to be a Shadow Ball, which unfortunately takes out my Giratina. Unfortunate loss right there. That was pretty close. Yeah, like, the only reason why I like Ultra League is because, yeah, most Pokemon, because, like, Pokemon in the Ultra League are just very bulky. Like, most of the meta is just consists of very bulky Pokemon. So, like, although games take longer, the good thing with, like, having bulky Pokemon, like, the good thing with having a bulky Pokemon meta is that, because you do, like, less damage to each other, you have, like, you tend to have more, like, wiggle room, in terms of, like, strategizing and just making, like, good catches, good swaps, and, like, the weird thing is I tend to, like, strategize better, like, in this type of meta. But yeah, I'm gonna go back to commentating once again. Oh, this matchup is looking pretty dicey for me because opponent has 2 shields, Tapu Fini can't touch Giratina, can barely touch Giratina unless it lands a Moonblast. Yep, and it's of course gonna get shielded. Yeah, I think that game's a loss right there. Oh, I don't know why it was lagging there. Yep, that is an Ancient Power. Oh, and the opponent gets the boost. Unfortunate. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep watching, see if it's even possible to recover this game. Do I shield here? I think that's my only play. Oh, I'm actually gonna let it go. Let's see. I mean, Lunch would almost KO Giratina. Oh, I actually call it Dragon Claw, which is big here. Like, instead of getting hit with the super effective Ancient Power. Does Lunch KO Giratina? It does not. Oh, no. Okay. Oh, and it's Cobalion in the back. Yeah, it's over. Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. I'm not going to top left yet and just, yeah, just show the opponent the return. Yeah, and just top left. Yeah, ironically, not having a discharge just makes the Cobalion matchup worse. Oh, and that was it for the battle footage. Oh, that was it for the battle footage. Alright then, so I think that this will just about do it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed listening to me ramble on about stuff. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed these battles with Return Galvantula. Absolutely spicy stuff. But yeah, you guys cannot underestimate the raw strength of this balanced Open Ultra League team. And yeah, the thing is, this team performs extremely well when all three of the Pokemon are aligned in the correct places. But wait! Before I end off this video, please enjoy a compilation of screenshots of my thick Giratina clutching up on 1 HP, as well as some more Galvantula returns landing. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Leave a like, comment below, and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you guys on the next video.